No, I'm about to go in. Told me that I couldn't do it, but I gotta bring it back, so they're really numb with it. Let's go. Tell me where you're from, where you stay. Now I keep it lit from the coast to the bay. Peace on the right.
If you guys are looking to get cheap and instant Madden 18 coins, be sure to head over to muckcoinbank.com and use promo code MAZE at checkout for 10% off. Today, EA released a pretty big update to Madden, and in that update, they added a big change to Ultimate Team, which enables you to customize your audibles. Now, in the past, customizing audibles has only been a thing you could do in the regular head-to-head mode using regular teams. You could also customize your playbooks, but overall, customizing your audibles was a feature that added a lot to increasing the skill gap, and a lot of competitive players like that. Now, there are some arguments against it, like people are going to be abusing the same plays over and over even more now. But I personally think it's going to add a new level of skill and technique to the game that wasn't there before. Now, for those of you that don't know exactly what I'm talking about when I say customize your audibles, for instance, when you're in a play like this, no matter what you play, when you're in this formation, you can audible to any of these 4 plays out of this formation. So if I want to play stick, I can call stick. If I want to run a run play, I got inside zone. And then from there also, you can change the formation, for instance, to gun bunch. And then out of gun bunch, you have the options of these 4 plays right here: space switching, halfback base, verticals, and mesh. Now these audibles are gonna be pretty important because if you're running no huddle or a hurry up offense, or you just want to switch the formation mid play without going back to the huddle or calling a timeout, these 4 plays are all you have to choose from. And then additionally onto this, each playbook is gonna have different audibles built into it. So for instance, halfback base is the run play out of gun bunch for this playbook, but another playbook with gun bunch might have halfback draw as the audible. So that's gonna affect which playbook you choose as well. This is something you're gonna have to customize at the beginning of every game. As you see, I'm in practice mode, but let's say I want to change the audibles in gun bunch. So I'd click on gun bunch because this is a formation I run a lot. And so you press L2 or left trigger, it is on Xbox. L2, you just click that and it'll say replace an audible. So there it comes up with the 4 audibles that this playbook has for gun bunch. So as you saw, the ones we just saw on the field, there's halfback base, the run play, spacing switch, verticals, or mesh. You press the one you want to replace, halfback base. Let's say I want to change it to draw. I change it to halfback mid draw, and now the audible is halfback mid draw. Now you can do that for every play as well. Let's say I don't like verticals and I want to switch it to Z spot and go. Then there you go. Now L1 instead of verticals is Z spot and go. Now you can do this for any formation, any play. So let's say I call a play at a tight offset, and I call PA shot seams, and then he comes out in a cover 4 drop show 2. Now I see he's in a cover 4 drop show 2, and I'm like, hey, I don't like this play against cover 4 drop show 2. You know what play I do like is halfback mid draw out of gun bunch. Well, if I go over, I can now go to halfback mid draw, whereas before I would have to call halfback base, call a timeout, change a play. Now I can just go straight to this play, even though I didn't even come out in gun bunch. As you're probably noticing as I'm explaining this, there is a good amount of strategy that can go into this. If you really know your playbook, you're gonna know which formations you can switch to out of your audibles, and then you can know which audibles to customize. It's all going to be in preferences and what type of plays you like best. So next I'm going to look at some common audibles that you can make in your playbook to hopefully elevate your game a little bit and best use this new customizing audibles feature. The first thing I'm going to look at is goal line. So let's say the situation we're looking at is 4th down in inches, and let's say we're on the 1-yard line. And I come out in QB sneak, and I wasn't expecting him to be in goal line as well, so I don't know if this QB sneak is going to work anymore. If I want to switch my play, these are the only options I have. Now personally, whenever I'm in goal line or a 4th and inches situation, I never run halfback dive, I never run halfback sting. Sometimes, no, I'll never run play action power O either. Maybe power O is my only option. Now obviously I came out in QB sneak, so that's another option as well, but personally what I'd really like to do right now is have a toss option in there. So now that I have this option, what I would do before the play is go over to goal line, click on goal line, go to the custom audibles. I would take out halfback sting. I would definitely put in a strong toss right there. Maybe take out halfback dive and put in play action power O, because that's a better pass play than the other one. And then honestly take out power O and put in fullback dive. So now let's say I go up to the line, and let's say I come out in PA waggle, and he comes out in a goal line formation again. And so I look at inches, I'm like, hey, I don't like this look what I'm getting. Now I could audible to strong toss, maybe run this side too. And look at that, I got a 1st down just like that. Now with this option, you have that ability without having to call timeout, change your formation, do any of that. I just really think this is a good thing you guys can put in all of your playbooks. All right, the next thing I'm gonna talk about is something that I run a lot of, and I think this is gonna be pretty much what everyone's gonna be doing. Is out of tight slots, I made a video on this scheme already with halfback pitch and halfback dive. It's one of the most high power running combos you can do in this game. The only problem is, which anybody knows if they run this, is halfback pitch is not an audible. So let's say you came out in a pass play, halfback wheel, and then you realize as they come out, I don't even know what. They come out, and let's say for some reason I really wanted to run pitch off of this. I'm like, hey, I really wish I could audible to pitch right now. I can't. You can only do dive. Let's say he already pinched his line, so you can't run dive anymore. Now you can't audible to pitch. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change my audibles. And in tight slots, I'm gonna take out PA deep curls because I literally never run PA deep curls. And I'm gonna switch it to pitch. I'll probably take out stick, and I'm gonna switch it to halfback wheel because that's the other pass play I really like. I like mesh, so these 4 audibles I think are a lot better out of tight slots. And now I have a scheme pretty much out of just my audibles. I could run hurry up if I'm in a 2-minute scenario. I could run pitch and then audible. And I mean, obviously you can customize it however you want. I just think adding pitch in is a necessity, so you now have pitch and dive, and you can audible to either one based on the look you got. Instead of having to come out and pitch every time and then maybe audible to dive, you could maybe come out in a different pass play. And I just think it adds a lot to this scheme. Now out of pistol bunch tight end, I'm actually going to make a full scheme on this, so stay tuned if you really want to see how I run this scheme. There's strong power, there is cross drag, and then there is halfback zone. Now these are 3 really good plays, and obviously verticals is a pretty good play as well. Spot option is a decent play as well. But if you call a play, let's say I play, it's called Saints Flood, and you come out and I want to run strong power, you could run halfback zone, but I personally think strong power is a lot better run play, and I can't run that crossing play that I just talked about. So the plays I don't like out of the audibles are PA curls and stick. Like, I'm personally never going to run those plays. So what I would do here, obviously go to pistol bunch tight end and then take out stick, and I'm going to put in this cross drag play, and I'm going to take out PA curls, and I'm gonna put in strong power. So there I have the 4 plays that I really like out of this formation right there at a pistol bunch tight end. And again, if you want to learn how I fully run this scheme, I would highly recommend subscribing to this channel. A little plug right there, and be ready for that video too. Now the final thing I want to talk about, which actually for some reason isn't in this playbook, is deuce close. I made a scheme on deuce close, so if you know that scheme, I'm sure you do. Everyone runs it online. Deuce close, halfback wham is my favorite run play out of it, and then there's halfback stretch, counter, tight end angle, I had to switch my playbook really quick to get deuce close in here, but I want to show you guys deuce close. This is going to be the meta and the thing that everybody does, and I'm just going to let you guys know before you just see it online spammed on you so much. Deuce close, I made a video on the scheme. Everybody knows it. Everybody runs it. The plays everybody likes to run are halfback stretch, halfback wham, PA misdirection, and tight end angle. Essentially, those 4 plays right there. And as you see when I look at the audibles, there's stick, inside zone split, tight end angle, and PA drag wheel. So tight end angle is the only audible that I'd say is really good out of these 4. Stick, I never really run. I'm gonna just switch stick and with stretch. So I'm gonna put stretch right there. Inside zone split, again, I never run it. I would put PA misdirection right there, and then PA drag wheel, I'm just gonna put what was the last one I said? Halfback wham. So there you go. Those are the 4 plays on deuce close that everyone runs. I made a video on that scheme as well, so if you do want to run it now, you can put those plays in your audibles, so you no longer have to go back to the huddle. Just another really good way you can use this audible customizing thing. And like I said, you're probably gonna be seeing a lot of this online, a lot more hurry up offense with this type of stuff on it. But essentially that's the new feature they added in the update. That was the main thing. I also saw in the update they said they fixed lag. I think Rex Dixon said they fixed the lag for PS4 users who don't have PS4 Pro. So if you've noticed any lag, stuff like that, they've supposedly fixed a lot of disconnect issues with the stability with the servers, where you lose when you get the disconnect or people dashboard you. So I hope that's fixed as well. I'm not sure again on that. I haven't really played online yet, but the main thing they really emphasized with this audible customization thing, and I highly recommend all of you use it to the best of your ability. Know your playbook, know what plays you like, and put them in your audibles. Because I know personally before they added this in, when I'd be online, there were like every single formation, at least 3 of the audibles I usually never even used ever. So it's nice now that I'm actually gonna have audibles in there that I like and I know I want to use. Now again, you're gonna have to do this for every game. At the end of the game, it's gonna reset just like your coach adjustments. They're trying to find a way to where you could save them so you don't have to set at the beginning of every game. But if you have a lot you'd like to change, it's gonna be kind of a hassle before every game. But just remember, every game you're gonna have to do this brand new again, switch out all your audibles. But I hope you guys do enjoy the video. If you did like it, be sure to leave a like down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are are new, I am going to be posting that pistol gun bunch tight end scheme pretty soon on the channel, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video.